Cool, yeah, good. All right, we're here at Gum Shield Boxing Gym here in South East London. I'm here with Cameron O'Callaghan. Did I pronounce that right?
Yeah. Perfect.
Okay, cool.
Not many people get that one right.
Do you know what it is? It's an Irish name, isn't it?
Yeah,
so are you
name.
Irish heritage as well?
Yeah, mum's fully Irish.
Whereabouts in Ireland she from?
She's from a town called Charleville, which is just off Cork.
Have you been to Ireland before?
Yeah, I used to go there all the time, to be fair, but recently I haven't, to be fair. I need to go back there.
So when you fight, do you raise both flags or is it just
yeah, it's Irish heritage. So the people back in my town in Ireland, they love me. Always reposting my stuff, sharing my stuff. So I have when I was boxing in the unlicensed, I used to walk out with the Irish flag.
Yeah.
But I do say I'm British as well. But yeah.
Cool. So what's quite interesting is you're 24 years old. You 23. Made 23.
24, yeah.
Online says 24. Oh, mate. See, when I do my research, you got to go to BoxRec and sort it out. But yeah, you've had your first professional fight at 23 years old, just like 2 months ago.
Yeah.
How long have you actually just been boxing, amateur and training boxing?
I started boxing when I was 16, so about 7 years ago.
7 years?
7 years ago, yeah.
What got you into boxing? Was you a boxing fan or were you just like, I just want to try this and see what it's like?
You know what? My uncle was a boxer, amateur boxer. He had about 140 amateur fights.
Wow.
It was started off as a weight loss thing.
Oh, really?
I was 19 stone, yeah.
19. You were 19 stone?
Yeah.
How tall are you?
6'2".
6'2"?
6'3".
Oh my God.
I'm not going to claim that 6'3".
Okay, yeah. 6'2" and a half.
Yeah, just about. But yeah, I started off as a weight loss journey, really. I was heavy. I didn't really have no goals, whatever. I got kicked out of school. My uncle was like, come down to the gym. And then ever since then, it was just like a point to prove, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
My coach at my first amateur gym, he was good stuff, but he's proper old school coach. And he was like, he needs to get the weight down before he can box. He needs to get the weight down. And I was just like, I want to box, so I'm going to keep getting the weight down until I could box, you know what I mean?
How much weight did you end up losing in the end?
Well, I box at 11 stone now.
Wow, so yeah, obviously you're 154,
Yeah, so...
And you were 19 stone, so you must have been about 266 pounds?
Yeah, I was heavy.
So you lost roughly about 115 pounds?
Yeah, it's crazy now you look back at it. But I didn't start straight off in the gym. Like, it started off in a weights gym. I was doing a bit of running, walking. Then I would do a bit of boxing on the pads, in the paddock, in like the boxing area with my uncle. And then about halfway through my 16th birthday, I was like, you know what? I'm going to go down to the gym with him.
Yeah.
I was always very body conscious. Like, I didn't want to go and embarrass myself or nothing. But then I just thought, I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
Probably the best thing I ever done, to be fair.
So would you say it's sort of like, well, it basically sort of gave you a purpose to change your life?
Yeah, it gave me a reason to get up in the morning, go do something with my life. Do you know what I mean? I was hanging around with guys who weren't going nowhere or guys who were getting up to trouble. And I was just like, you know what? I need to be that guy that does something. Do you know what I mean? My mum's always said to me, like, right, you're going to do something big one day. And I was just like, this is what I'm going to do then, isn't it?
Did you have any other interests before boxing, like before you were sort of started at 16? Or was you just like that interested in anything else?
No, I was just interested in going out.
Really?
Going out, yeah, getting up to no good. Not nothing too crazy naughty, but I just like to go out and get up to mischief.
Yeah.
Smoking, drinking, underage.
Yeah.
It's just a bit silly, really. My mum was always classic Irish, though. She always used to like, don't want to know how that went down. And I was getting up to that stuff. But
did you was you interested in other sports at all? Well, not really.
Nah, not at all. Not at all. Playing, I don't know if it counts these days, but playing PlayStation, that was
Well, I think that's like a lot of kids though. Because I feel like so many kids don't even. They're just on their phones anyway. They don't do anything else.
It's a big problem these days. Like, you go out on the street and you just see them just walking, not even taking acknowledgement.
They're not looking at anything. Yeah.
That's crazy.
And I feel like, I mean, I'm a bit older than you. I'm 28, but I feel like when I was younger, kids obviously got into phones in their teenagers, but they had other interests like sports or, they had interests outside of everything else. Do you know what I mean? I think whereas today they don't. If you ask kids what they're into, they're just like, I like being on my phone and that's it.
I train a couple of little ones and they're like, I like playing Roblox. They're like, they're like going out with your friends or nothing. Like, they don't like going out playing football. Nah, Roblox for hours. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, you're right. And I think that's like an underrated thing when it comes to boxing and just doing sort of sports like this, because it gives people like community and teaches them how to socialize. I think a lot of people don't have like, especially young people today, they're not doing anything like you said. Like 100%. A lot of kids are just doing nothing.
Do you know what? When I was younger, you'd get a brick phone like probably like a couple quid. You'd have one number on that, and that'd be your mum's, and you'd have no credit on it.
Yeah.
The only person that could call you was your mum.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You could play Snake.
Yeah, and then she'd bring you, go, where are you? And you'd lie to her and say, oh yeah, I'm just trying to call all my friends. Really, he's up to getting up, disappearing. Do you know what I mean? Like it was just adventurous.
Different times
growing up. Yeah.
And so because of that, was it like a thing where you were already interested in boxing? Like, did you watch fights before you actually stepped into the gym, or was it the other way around? You stepped into the gym and then fell in love with boxing.
I watched a few fights and stuff like. I used to watch like a couple of the bigger fights, but I wouldn't say I was a big boxing fan.
Really?
But when someone big, like when AJ fights, half of Britain knows boxing.
Everyone watches boxing. Yeah. When him and Fury fight, the whole sort of country comes to a standstill.
I don't think that will happen.
No, I just mean like when they fight in general. Yeah. But I'm not that hopeful.
No, you're right.
Gonna happen, yeah.
They always talk about it, wouldn't they? Because it's a epic showdown.
It would be, yeah. But you're right, because I'm trying to think, when you were like 16, when you stepped into the gym, like AJ was kind of in his prime.
Yeah. And Fury was making a return. I think my first actual full fight I watched would probably be Fury versus Wilder.
The first one.
Yeah.
The first one was a draw. Yeah.
That was when I was like, I remember I went to my friend's house and it was in America, wasn't it?
Yes, the first one was in the States.
Late, and then I remember walking home and I was like, I want to do that because obviously we didn't drive or nothing. So I was walking home from my friend's house and I was like, yeah, I'm going for that. I'm doing that.
Yeah.
I want to do that one day. That's the goal now. Stadium back out.
Yeah. Those fights were great. Like, and even the second and third. The third one especially was unbelievable. I thought.
No, 100%.
Because the second one was just before COVID, and like Fury just cleared Wilder, but then the third one was like a proper back and forth. Like either guy could have won it, sort of thing. It was just that whole trilogy was just incredible.
That's it. Like, and they're the fights you want to be in, really, isn't it? You don't want to be in here always being on the upper hand of things. You want to be in a fight where people are going, oh, can he really do it? Can he do it? Can he beat him? And then it answers all them questions that you put into training. Do you know what I mean?
Do you think that sort of helps you train a bit harder, sort of people doubting you kind of thing?
Oh yeah, 100%. It's always been like a point to prove. It's always been like a point to prove. Since I started, it was one of them things. It was just like, you got to do more. You got to be better. Even now when I'm in the gym and I'm working with my coaches, I'm saying you got to do more. You got to be better. And I'm at a good weight now, like where I feel comfortable. I go out of my top off. I do whatever. But it's always locked in your head like you've got to be that guy that wanted it all the time. Because if you don't want it, it starts to become a thing where what are you actually training for? Do you know?
And I think with boxing as well, you can't be 1 foot in. You have to be 100% because someone will, whether it's an opponent or somebody else who's competing with you, will always sort of take your place. Do you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, you see, even when you see it like a couple of these journeymen and stuff, when they turn up, if they turn up, they turn up to win. Have you really put it in the gym? Do you know what I mean? And if you ain't, you're gonna get found out.
You're gonna get found
Do
out.
you know what I mean? And then it's one of them ones. Boxing's a game of market value, especially the professionals. And when you do things like that, silly things, and you don't train, and then you have a dog shit performance, then your market value starts to decrease. So you want to just keep upping the level in it, making people want to see more of you. Do you know?
Yeah, and it catches up with you if you don't. 100%. I mean, from my expert opinion of never fighting, but like just someone that watches a lot of fights, kind of thing. So you fight at 154. Who are some of the guys that you like watching the most? Not necessarily at your weight class, but you're like, wow, I love watching that style.
Well, you gotta love Crawford.
Crawford's incredible. Crawford.
Yeah. He's a boxing sensation. Jaron Ennis.
Yep. Yeah. Well, did you see Ortiz won on the weekend? Who do you think wins that fight in 54?
Do you know what? Ortiz is dangerous as well, but I'd love to say Ennis would do the job.
Yeah, I kind of think I favour Ennis as well. But it's going to be a good fight, 100%. I think another thing as well, like I didn't like seeing him at 147. I feel like he was so sucked down that we didn't really see how good he could be, because I think he could still go up in weight classes as well.
You do see it a lot in boxing. You do see people fighting at the wrong weights and stuff and cutting themselves too thin. And, you know, they say like the more water you cut and stuff like that in your camps, the less you perform, and then the more when you start going up the weights, you start seeing it more because you're not having to cut so much water. You're eating what you want. Like right now, I make 154 comfortably. I made it on my debut. Not many people make it on their debut. Do you know what I mean? Like it's usually one of them things they get a day before weighing.
Right.
They cut down to it. Like I made it on my debut, so it weren't too bad.
What is your like walk around weight?
I wouldn't 9 pounds, but I probably walk around at about 74.
That's at about 100 and 165, I think 166. Yeah.
Yeah. So
That's not. So you're not cutting too much weight. which is
no,
pretty good.
I'm not. I don't do no water cuts or nothing. I stay away from all that stuff.
How do you do yours then?
It's clean eating and hard work.
Really, that kind of sounds
Yeah.
harder. Like, 'cause you got to like make sure it's exact.
Do you know
sort of
what? I feel like that's where I'm young as well. I sweat loads.
Oh, do you?
I do
Okay,
sweat
yeah.
loads. Like, I'll start skipping. I'm sweating, and I think it's just one of them things. I'll lose like a kilo, 2 kilos in a session.
Yeah. Do you do it? Do you do it in the sauna? Do you go in the sauna for a weight
Nah.
loss?
I go in the sauna, but I don't do no workouts or nothing in the sauna. Like, I'll go in the sauna, and then I'll rehydrate after. Make sure I'm rehydrated when I go to bed. So when I get up in the morning, because I do my sauna at night, like sauna, steam room, plunging. The next morning, I'll make sure I hit the electrolytes before I go to bed. So when I train the next day, I'm not going in half fatigued because I'm dehydrated. You know?
Not depleting yourself.
Nah.
That's what I like about boxing. I think it's because there's so many weight classes. Guys don't have to like kill themselves to make weight. Like, I think it's a real problem. Like in MMA, there's not that many weight. It's really bad.
Dangerous weight cuts, them MMA fighters.
Yeah, and sometimes
Very
you need to
dangerous.
do it because you need to find the right weight class for you. But then at the same time, some guys are really killing themselves. So it's not very nice at all because there's only like a weight class every 10 pounds essentially. And as you get up, it goes from like 170 to 185. Like that is a massive gap.
Yeah, no, you don't want none of that stuff. You don't want that.
Yeah,
That's why we
yeah.
like it in boxing. We've got loads of weight.
So obviously you said you were meant to be fighting this weekend, but that's been sort of
Yeah, so we have to
rescheduled.
move the dates because there's obviously it's a busy weekend as it is and stuff. I was ready. It was 3 weeks out, and I will be looking to box again soon. But it probably won't be till the new year now.
Yeah.
But we stay in the gym anyway. See, the thing is that even like down to your weights and stuff, when you're always in the gym, it's easier to do things. It's when you take layoffs and you go disappear for 3 months, 4 months, and then you come back and go, I want to fight again, or you disappear not 3 months, maybe a month. And then it's harder to cut the weight because you're starting to burn off everything that you put on over that time. Do you know what I mean? You might push up.
You got to stay sort of ready just so you can get ready.
Keep it going, keep it on the ball.
So so you've had one pro fight now. How many sort of pro fights would you want by, like, what is the sort of goal by like the end of next year or 2 years?
Yeah, if it was up to me, I'd be like a marathon about every other week, do you know what I mean? But it's up to the team. I know that they're aiming for about 3 to 4 fights next year. 3 to 4.
Wow, okay, yeah. And are these 4 rounds, these fights usually?
I don't know what they'll say. As I said, I like to go through gears fast, but it's my team that keeps me in check. My team always keep me in check. They tell me when I need to go out or if I'm overworking, because you got to make sure as well you don't overwork.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, like back-to-back camps, they can be a lot on the body. So if they say, if we have a fight, it all depends how it goes, isn't it?
So how did you, so your first fight, was that like that was 4 rounds, wasn't it?
4 rounds, yeah.
And you won it via decision?
Yeah, all rounds, all 4 rounds.
And the guy that you fought was he like another up and comer, or was he like a?
He's had a few. He's more in the away corner route.
Okay, yeah.
So he takes the away corner route, but he's no pushover, Jensen. He's a good. He can.
Yeah, he can take a smack.
Yeah.
yeah. All right. So how would you? Okay, so for some people that have never seen you fight, how would you sort of describe your fighting style?
Long and rangy.
Yeah.
Long and rangy. I like to sit at the range. If you see me on the inside, it's usually ego working.
Okay.
Because I do have a bit of an ego sometimes in there.
You like to go for the haymaker sometimes?
Sometimes. Because where I've got the long arms, I don't need to be on the inside. I can just keep moving my feet, pop out, step off. Do you know what I mean? I can pop my shots.
Yeah.
I can put shots together well, and then that's what works a lot better. So if you see me sitting on the inside with someone and we're going for it, then that's just my ego.
You're stroking your ego.
You got. There's no doubt my coach will be telling me off. No doubt about it. But yeah.
And these fights now, are they still 3 minutes or are they 2 minutes?
3 minutes.
They're still 3 minutes.
Yeah, 3 minutes.
How do you sort of get yourself ready for that? Do you sort of prepare like as if you were going to fight, I don't know, 6 or 8 rounds, so that the 4 rounds feels easier? Is that how you do it?
Yeah, so it depends really. Like for example, in a camp, like you don't want to spar. If you're fighting a journeyman or whatnot, you don't want to be sparring untold rounds. You know what I mean? You spar what you need to spar. Some fighters different. I would say I do a lot of pad work, a lot of sharpening work. Then when I get into my sparring, I'll have like 2 spars where I'm there with a level with someone in a week, and then 1 hard spar. Do you know what I mean? And then you go 2 light spars, 1 hard spar, and there's loads of ways to do it. It depends what the coaches want to work on in the camp. Sometimes they just want to work on sharpening things, so you only need a few spars over a camp. Sometimes we've got to work to an opponent. Then if we're working to an opponent, we need 3 three spars a week. You know,
Yeah.
it all depends.
God, that sounds so like grueling, but you're like mentally, you must just be so used to it now.
Yeah, it's got to be something you enjoy. If you don't enjoy it, then you're in the wrong sport. Do you know?
Yeah. The first time you done it, was you scared to get like hit, or was it just kind of something you just have to embrace?
I'm not gonna lie. First time I sparred, I sparred my uncle. My uncle rocked my shit. Like he rocked.
Yeah.
He rocked me up. He had me question everything. I just thought, right, this is boxing. Right. And then I kept sparring him, but we'd only spar like every couple of weeks. Like so, we'd work on things for over 2 weeks, and then we'd do this little spar. And he probably weren't even going all out on me at the time. Do you know what I mean?
But at the time, it must have felt like a lot.
At the time, it felt like he was trying to kill me. You know?
Yeah.
And then I remember, because when I got down to about, I think it was about 100 kilo. I think it was. I took my first spar against another person, so someone who I didn't know, and he was some big guy. Like I was thought, ooh.
Was he heavyweight? Was he heavyweight?
Yeah, he was heavyweight, and he's at my old gym, like my first ever gym. And even my uncle was from the corner. He was like, "Cam, be careful with this fella now." Yeah, I said, "Cool," and we got in there, and I ended up schooling him. They pulled him out after 2 rounds. I was like,
That must be a satisfying
that's
feeling.
when I realised, like, all of that thinking you're getting beat up, really and truly, you're actually developing. So then when you're in with a guy your level, you see yourself shining. Do you know what I mean?
How do you sort of figure it out? Like, because obviously as you get more experience, their opponents kind of have to get better so that you get better. How do they sort of determine who you? Like, how does the matchmaking kind of work?
So matchmaking, it's all down to the management team, and that they look after everything. Eventually, you have to get tested because people don't want to come see you beating people up all the time.
Yeah, they just find a can.
Yeah, that's it. They want to have questions. Like, is he this good? Is he the hype that everyone's saying? So you just keep slowly up in levels. You pick opponents that have fought people who are credible, and then you just keep getting better. And then when they want to really test you, you start pushing for 50-50s.
50-50s where you could basically have the chance of losing.
Yeah. It could go either way. You're both going to start a camp at the same time. Whoever puts the work in
wins.
Puts the work in.
Do you think when would you like to sort of do that? Like a year or so, 2 years?
Yeah, I'd say a year, 2 years. And it depends what the team say. Because as you know, boxing is a marathon. I'm 23. You know, a lot of the guys that are pushing on 50-50s are at the end of the 20s. You know.
Yeah.
So it's just like it's all about when's the right time.
Yeah, I feel like with boxing, so much of it is about timing and experience. But then at the same time, it's like, how do you know you're ready without getting the experience? You know what I mean?
Yes, you got this professional game. You don't have time for mistakes.
Exactly. Yeah.
So it's about getting it right. Really.
So what is your? I know it's like you're only 23, but what is your sort of goal? Like, what would be your dream in boxing? What's your long-term goal?
As I said before, stadium sellout. Stadium
Stadiums,
will be a dream. You know, I'd love to do it. I'd love to win. I'd love to win something big, something credible, and then the legacy. Do you know what I mean? That's more why I'm in boxing. Legacy. I'm not in it for. Obviously, the money would be good in that, but I'm more in it for that legacy.
Yeah, you see it as something like accomplishment and achievement.
Yeah, like when I retire and I put the gloves away and I'm coaching, or I'm doing whatever I chased in life. My kids will know, right?
Yeah.
Dad was
well,
a sick boxer.
He done this. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what kind of got you? Is there like anything where you're like, because you're sort of speaking like you're older than your years.
Everyone says that.
Yeah.
Says I'm mature.
what sort of gave you this perspective to be like, wow, I'm gonna? You were saying that when you were like a kid.
When I was a young boy, I was always out fucking about, just no motivation, nothing. And my mum warned me to be good, warned me to be something better than that. Obviously, growing up in an estate, you know, that's how it is. It's you get up to no good
with the kids around you.
Yeah,
that's just how it works.
You get up to no good. You just do stupid shit. Pardon my French, I shouldn't really.
No, it's alright. Go ahead.
No, yeah, you do stupid stuff, and then my mum got sick. She got very sick. Yeah, when I was about 15, 16. So it became a thing where it was like, I have to now look after my mum, and I've got 2 little sisters.
And you're a kid?
Yeah, I'm a kid still.
Yeah.
And it was like, rah, what do I do now? Do I keep choosing down that route of picking myself first and going out and having my fun? Or do I start looking after things and making sure things meet and making sure my mum's good, my little sisters are good? And then I just developed, obviously I'm a family man, so family comes first. So I just jumped straight in and started looking after my mum and that, and then I've done that ever since.
Wow. So like basically, you kind of had to sort of grow up a lot quicker than most people do.
Yeah, I had to grow up at about 15. And then I was like, I remember I done my GCSEs. They called me back, and on my first GCSE, I got kicked out.
Oh,
Like,
really?
and I got sent off. They said you can't come back on the premises.
Was this for bad behaviour?
I just kicked off over some dumb stuff. They say you're not allowed back on the premises. So I didn't do a single GCSE. And I remember they still called me back to go and get the results. And I thought,
But you didn't do any of the exams?
nah, so I thought, what's the point in that? But you need the papers, don't you?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
obviously, I said to myself, now, I go there and I was watching everyone get their results, get happy. Some people sad, but I was watching more happy than sad. And I thought, what am I going to do? Because now I've fucked about. Do you know what I mean? I haven't got anything. And I thought, you know what? That's when I took the college route. I've done college for a little bit. Then my mum got ill when I was in college.
Right.
When I was about 16. I said, you know what? I sacked off college completely. I said, I'm going to look after my mum.
Good for you. So you don't have any like qualifications kind of thing, or?
No, apart from the coaching, I do coaching.
Yeah.
I do a lot of coaching at the gym. One of my gyms where I've fought out of actually, where I've done all my amateur career. I coached down at TVX, and I coach down here as well. I do a bit of coaching down
That's
here.
good.
Well,
take it from me, for someone who's got qualifications, they're not that important, to be honest.
That's it. That's it. And it's just one of them things, like, it depends what route you chase down life. Like, I would recommend to kids, like, you'll get kids that go, you don't need GCSE. I say, you do need them. Do them. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, it's a bit, right, it's circumstantial.
If you can do them, do them. If you're a kid that really struggles in a school, there is kids that do struggle in school environments, and I'd say to them, like, it's all right. There's always other routes.
There's other options,
but you got to try.
Yeah, I think you're right. You should definitely try them, but I think with qualifications, not everyone wants to do the same thing, or even people that haven't. Like I've got GCSEs and I've even got a uni degree, but I've never used it for anything really, to be honest. Like, and I'm like working in the field I want to work in, but I've never actually had to use any of this stuff like once. Do you know what I mean? So it's different for every person. I've got friends that work in science, but you need to have all the qualifications for that. Do you know what I mean? So it just depends. I mean,
no, that's it, man. But listen. You can never knock yourself for trying. If you try and, like, for example, you got your qualification. If you don't use it, you don't use it. But it's good to have it. Anyway.
It's good to have, I guess.
Yeah, like, if you've always got something,
to fall back
things
on.
are going wrong, I'm gonna go into a place where I've got a qualification and get a job there.
Yeah,
you know?
Definitely, yeah. So that obviously gave you a lot of motivation to sort of be like, okay, I need to sort of just take this seriously and make it work.
And when I fell in love with boxing, I said, I got to make it now. Got to make it. Do you know what I mean?
It's this or bust.
Yeah. It's always one route. Like, I only see one end goal.
Yeah. Well, that's good, because you know what's funny? That there's so many fighters that have that same or similar story where they're like, I need to make this work, sort of thing. I got no other option.
And that's what makes you a bit more dangerous than other fighters. Some fighters don't need it. Some fighters either come from money and they don't actually have to fight, or they've got a good job, they make a lot of money and they don't actually have to fight, and then it becomes a thing where they either choose boxing or they choose their work, or they choose their money that they've got to spend, and a lot of them choose that money. Or
100%. I think with a lot of sports, but especially when it comes to combat sports, because it's kind of like, if you've got that hunger, you have to do it, and it's not something where most people wouldn't willingly sign up to fight someone, because it's so dangerous, and it's just like, well, why would I do this when I could do anything else? Do you know what I mean?
I've watched a lot of things like that. So you got to have some sort of screwness in.
You do.
Punch in the face.
And enjoy it as well.
Yeah, it's a weird one. It's a weird one for sure.
It's a funny sort of story. Are there any like fighters who've got stories like that where they're like, wow, that kind of inspired you to sort of pursue this?
No, not really. You know?
Okay,
I don't really look at other people's stories like that. I don't know. I do, but I do when I'm watching. A lot of the fighters that make it come from things like that, come from nothing. Do you know what I mean? 100%. So there's a lot of fighters, a lot of people doing it, because boxing's a working man's sport.
100%.
It's an expensive sport, but it's a working man's sport.
There's a lot of money in it, but then at the same time, it's like, you're right. It's that's why you don't ever see like middle class or posh people boxing, because they don't need to. But you won't ever see a guy from like a council estate that is an F1 driver. It's or a golfer. That's just how it works.
100%.
Yeah.
It's just one of them things. Whatever you take from it, there are posh kids that do boxing. There are kids with money that do boxing.
Jake Paul.
And if you've got that facilities, use them to your advantage, you know. But a lot of the people that really hungry, and you see a lot of their achievements because they got no other option.
Yeah, they need
And
to do
they
it.
need
Sort of
that.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Would you like have you been to like any big fights live to watch? Like
My old coach, well, one of my old coach from my amateur gym, he took me to watch. Took me to a few fights. I went to Alexander Palace.
oh
I
yeah,
can't remember what card we watched there, but we got VIP tickets for that. That was really
nice.
good.
Yeah.
We watched Richards versus Boatsy.
Well, where was that? Was that at the
at the
O2? Indigo.
Yeah, the O2 Arena.
Yeah, I remember watching that on
And
telly. Yeah.
we went to, where else did we go? We went to a couple of fights.
Have you been to any like I don't think maybe like Chisora fight or White?
Nah, I ain't been to no full-on stadium fights.
Oh, you never been to?
Nah, I ain't been to none. Do you know what it is? I'd rather watch them from home.
Do you know what? It is better at home because I've been. It's definitely like an experience to watch a fight in a stadium. I saw Eubank Ben.
Yeah.
And it was
Yeah, that
incredible.
must have been incredible.
But everyone said it was better. Like people were saying who were watching at home were telling me it was unreal.
Yeah.
And like it was, the atmosphere was great. Like when they showed Eubank Senior on screen, the whole stadium just went. It was unreal.
If you didn't know he was going to turn up,
no one knew. Nobody knew.
I knew from the get go he was going to turn up. Like when I was watching, I don't want to be like that guy. Oh, I knew it.
I had no idea that was going to happen.
I definitely knew. Like you're not gonna, if you got a boy and your boy's about to face one of his biggest fights in his life, like make.
No, true. But what was funny is the day before he was doing like an interview with George Groves, and he was like, "The fight's not even going to happen." And he's slagging him off, and I was like, "Well, he's definitely not going to be there." And then he just shows up out of nowhere.
There's a method to the madness.
Turkey pulled some strings.
They're not stupid. They're not stupid. They know how to put on a show. Boxing's like acting. You got to be entertaining.
Yeah, boxing is. I think with combat sports in general, it is sport where like, but at the same time, it's also a entertainment. It's a spectacle.
Yeah.
So people want to see. That's why the guys that are characters and can get knockouts and stuff make the big money because people want to see you fight.
You got to be able to walk the walk
and talk the talk.
Yeah.
But very few people can do both. But
it's true.
The people that can make the most money.
I'm not gonna lie. Those who train with me and like guys who train with me know that when we're in the gym and that, I'm always on that wind up stuff.
Oh really?
Always on it, just trash talking and things like that. It just makes it go.
Makes it more fun.
Yeah. Like, if you got friendly competition and stuff, like one of the other pros who trained with, Dan, me and him always have friendly competition and like we always try and be pushing each other. But like we know we're brothers, so it's like you know that you're putting the work in together, but you can have a little laugh with it. You can wind each other up. One of you's out of camp and you're looking a bit heavy. You'd be like, "Oh, you're looking a bit heavy right now."
It's just like good banter.
It makes things funny. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Do you ever like? Because I've heard a lot of fighters say. I don't know if it's more an MMA thing, but they'll go to other gyms just for a little bit, just to get other looks from different people. Do you ever do that?
It's always good to have a different perspective. You know, that's why we've got a few coaches here. Steve, he's been in the game a long time. He's seen a lot, so it's good to have his perspective. Then I've got the guy who does a lot of technical work and he gets me very sharp for fights. Charlie, he'll come in and have his look, and then he'll go, look, you need to be doing this, or when I'm sparring, you need to be doing this, and he does a lot of the game plans towards the fights and stuff like my game plan for my debut. He's done it, and you got Ryan. He's been around the game a long time as well. He knows what he's doing. He knows what he's talking about. So it's good to have them different. He knows how a fighter feels as well. I mean, they all know how fighters feel, but he's obviously lived it. It's one time.
It does help. So it gives you more like a reassurance because they know what you're going through.
Yeah. And it's a hard 8 to 10 weeks. It's a very hard. Even though you're ticking over all the time, it's a very hard mentally to stay focused on the goal. Yeah. But I'll be honest with you, it's the best feeling. It's the best feeling when you've done it. Like once you're out there and all your people are there for you, it's the best feeling, and that's what you've always got to look to. Yes, always got to look to. They're always going to show up for you, them people, you know?
Yeah, 100%. So wait, your first fight was at York Hall, yeah?
Yeah.
And is that more than likely where your second fight will be?
Yeah, I'll probably stay in York Hall in the small halls.
Yeah.
Under Nielsen, and just keep fighting and getting better and improving.
Is there anywhere that you'd like to fight where, not in the UK? Is there
I'd like to go to the States.
Where would you like to fight in America? MGM?
Yeah, the Madison Square.
Oh, Madison Square Garden would be incredible.
That would be wicked.
That's like the mecca of boxing. Yeah.
That's a dream. Even Riyadh season now.
Riyadh season, yeah.
Saudi,
do you know what? It's getting better, but for me, it's just like the atmosphere is not as great. Like there have been some fights where the fights have been so good you don't even notice it. Like when Fury fought Usyk the first time.
Yeah.
The fight was so good. The atmosphere felt like tense.
It was in the wrong place.
Yeah, but it was but it was so good, such a good fight. Or better be a Bivol both fights. It didn't really matter.
Fights, yeah,
if the fight, ultimately, it's if the fight is any good. But the atmosphere there, I think places like the Madison Square Garden would be like unbelievable.
Yeah, because it's such a they love boxing. Even though them guys love boxing, like the fans, the crowd loves boxing. And you'll have random strangers coming in off the street and they just love 100%. So this makes that screaming environment. That's what you like to hear. With the screaming,
like you're in the Coliseum kind of thing.
Yeah, but then you don't want to be on the back end of it because you're gonna remember I'm British. So it's gonna be booing and stuff like that. You go over there and fight an American fight.
That'd be kind of cool. I think that'd be kind of cool though as a fight. Everyone's booing you, so you want to win.
You got to face the odds at some point.
Yeah,
you got to face them.
And you know what though? That's another thing. I think British boxing is so popular in Britain compared to anywhere else. Like, in America, they don't understand. Like I was listening to an interview the other day with Boots saying, like, someone was explaining to me in like the UK, they talk about boxing on like the radio.
Yeah.
On like daytime TV, they're not doing that in America. Like a lot of people. No, like in the UK, we all know the people who, like, say, Amir Khan, Carl Froch, Groves, like the British public know who they are. But in America, I don't think a lot of people know who, say, Devin Haney is unless you watch boxing or Ryan Garcia. And these guys are big stars. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's just all about wherever it's best for you. It's got to make sense, doesn't it? So when you do get up there and you get up onto that level, if you've got a big crowd coming in from America or you're from Ireland, for example, and I have a big crowd over there, it would make sense to go over there and fight.
Yeah, that would be good. A fight in Ireland for you must be incredible.
Yeah, that would be wicked.
Like Croke Park or something.
Yeah, that'd be wicked. I've never really looked into boxing in Ireland. Big amateur boxing.
Yeah.
Amateur boxing. Not as much on the professional side, probably because competition's way.
But you know what though, Irish boxing's having a moment at the moment. You've got like Paddy Donovan, Lewis Crocker. I know he's from Northern Ireland, but obviously you've had Katie Taylor. There's a lot of good Irish fighters at the moment.
Yeah, there is.
And I love when they do the shows in their like arenas. The atmosphere is unreal. Like the Paddy Donovan Crocker fight, both of them.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I feel for Paddy.
No, I don't feel for him at all. No way. Really? Like the first fight, he was fouling the whole fight, and then he hit him after the bell.
Yeah.
And then the second fight, it was close, but I actually think Crocker won.
Yeah, I think.
But
I knew Crocker won. I knew Crocker won the second one. First one I felt for Paddy. I felt for him.
But he threw it away. Like he fought such a good fight, but he kept fouling constantly. I
think it was just. But I don't think he was fouling in terms of intentional fouling.
No, he wasn't.
I think it was just a clash of styles. It was one of them things.
I know, but he was like,
you've got to come forward, strong, come forward fighter.
Yeah.
Even me, if you get into it, like you got a strong, come forward fighter against you. You've got to meet him at some stage. You're over a 10-round fight or a 12-round fight.
And he was winning the fight, clearly. And then
you've got to meet him. And if he's coming forward with his head forward, you've got to meet him with your head to slow him down. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes you've got to do it. But I don't know.
Yeah, man.
It's all about how you look at it. As I said, boxing's a very... it's a game of opinions. So you might have an opinion about a fighter. I'll have a separate opinion. We can sit here all day arguing about whose opinion.
That is one. That's a great thing about fighting, is because you just never. There's so many different ways to look at a fight or a fighter. It's like, for example, I know it's not happening now, but I was talking about that Javante versus Jake Paul thing, and I was just like, I don't actually have a problem with any of this stuff, to be honest.
Don't you?
No,
I have a big problem with it.
Why? Okay, what's your? No one cares what happened. What's your problem with this exhibition fight?
Mate, I don't know. It's just stupid, isn't it? Like you look at them looking at each other, and Jake Paul's up there, Javante's there, and you're like, mate, what the fuck is going on here? Like, I don't know. It just don't make sense to me.
Did you watch Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson?
No.
You didn't watch it? No. You're not into any of that stuff?
Nah, I didn't look into it at all. I think that's stupid as well. Like, it's a 6-year-old man. You know what I mean? Like, he's a living legend. He's a living legend. And you're making him look like some sort of idiot.
That is true. But then at the same time, the way I look at it, he's a grown man. He can do what he wants. And no one's forcing him to fight.
Exactly. And as I said, money talks.
It does. And and at the end of the day, I think a lot of people forget with boxing is... It's a sport, but at the end of the day, it's prize fighting.
Business.
You got to make as much money for yourself.
100%.
Because if you go broke like Tyson did at the end of the 90s and 2000s, it's like no one's there to pay your bills. Do you know what I mean? It's you.
And my famous saying, without money, you're important to no one but your mum.
Oh my god, that's a great quote.
Sure.
Did you make that up?
A good friend of mine, he's got like a book of quotes. He always tells me that because he comes into like camps and stuff. He's always watching me around camps, watching me spar. And he always just like he's always got that saying for everything. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
He'll come at you. You've had a bad spar and you're feeling in your head. He'll be like, get out of your head. He'll come out with another saying. You're like, oh yeah, that makes sense.
It's a great quote.
You know what I mean?
Did you because you were a bit younger, you might have seen it. Have you ever watched BKFC?
Oh, what, the bare knuckles?
Yeah.
I've watched a little bit of it. I was sparring a guy who actually boxed on there.
Oh really?
BKB.
What's his name?
Joe Morgan.
Oh, I haven't heard of him.
He's up in Wales.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So I sparred him. I don't know if it's BKFC or whatever. He's done a bit of it.
Yeah.
I've watched it. Yeah, I wouldn't get involved in it.
Why not?
Not just yet. I want to chase that boxing first, and then.
Is it just too brutal? Do you think?
Nah, never too brutal.
Well, I've heard a lot of boxers say it. They just think it's just too brutal. Because it is brutal, to be honest. But I kind of like it at the same time.
As a fighter, a fight's a fight. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
You fight in whatever. If you got to fight bare knuckles. You got to fight bare knuckles. You got to
Yeah,
fight
yeah.
gloves on. You fight gloves on. But boxing's an art.
It is.
That's a fight. So if you want to chase that fighting route and there's more money down it, you chase it. But if you want to chase the boxing and the art of boxing, which is what I like, and that's what my style is.
Oh, so do you see boxing a bit differently though? Do you not see it as like a fight? I think it's a bit of both.
You're always going to look at it as a fight because you've got someone trying to punch your head off. But I study a lot of the arts and things like feints, things like movements,
Traps.
balance. Like even my coach, Charlie Collins, he will study a lot of traps and a lot of footwork movements and things. How you're going to get someone to where you want them without even having to question it or having to think about what you're doing. Do you know? And that's what makes sense. I think that's where you become. There goes high level and then there's elite level.
Yeah.
Like, look at Crawford. The way
Crawford Canelo was incredible.
Setting traps the whole fight with his feet, setting traps. Boom, boom. When he throw off them counters, it's like a work of art. Bivol, work of art.
Oh, Bivol better be that was such a good. Both of those fights were incredible.
If you're not a boxing fan, they're not really the most exciting fights.
Do you not think so?
The Crawford fight was a very exciting fight for anyone who knows or don't know boxing. You watch Bivol Beterbiev, I thought that was a boxing masterclass.
So did I.
But I was with people who don't even really watch boxing like that, and they was like,
really?
It's all right, it's a good fight.
I thought both fights, especially the second one, was like. I mean, I'm a boxing fan, but I get what you're saying. Like, I think a lot of people will look at it like it's not the most fan friendly.
You got to really, really, really lock in and watch the way that they set traps. Watch things like that. Watch it back with no commentary, because the commentary can be a big swing on things as well.
100%.
Like, commentary talk about one fighter a bit more than another fighter. You're watching that one fighter all the time. Whereas if you really watch it for how it is, it's a work of art.
Yeah, because I'll be honest, I can't. I mean, even though I love boxing, I watch boxing every week.
Yeah.
I can't see that how you see it, because you can see the traps. But I watched those fights and I was like, wow, that was just such a good competitive back and forth. I loved it. I can't see him setting up a jab, or I couldn't tell you that, but it was great. I loved it.
Yeah, that's because boxing intrigues you, though, doesn't it? So you like being around the sport and you like watching the sport. Do you know, and that whether you understand it or not, it's still one of them things.
I can appreciate a good fight.
You'll appreciate a good fight, but to the local person who just has a couple of drinks and wants to watch a fight, you don't understand it the way that a fighter will understand it. And you watch even like back watching Andre Ward, like. I watch a lot of Andre Ward, like, because the way he moves and the way he sets traps and the way his guard works and how he switches attacks is just insane. Yeah,
Andre Ward, underrated.
Very, very.
It would have been nice to see him fight Canelo, but we never got that fight.
Well, it'd be nice to see him fight a few people, I think.
Yeah, but he retired. I mean, to be fair to him, he retired at his best. He said, I don't need to fight anymore.
Yeah, that's it. And that's another.
That's the best way to do it.
Knowing when to leave.
A lot of fighters hang on too long.
Yeah, and then they end up getting beat by someone they shouldn't get beat by.
Yeah.
And you go, he weren't that good anyway.
That's what kind of bothered me about the whole Crawford Canelo thing, because a lot of people now that he's lost to Crawford, they're saying, he was never that good. Yeah. And I'm just like, you don't understand how good this guy is. Do you know what I mean? And he's only lost to the best. He lost to Bivol at 175.
Yeah,
he lost to Floyd.
That's crazy.
He lost to Floyd when he was a kid, and then he's lost to Crawford, who's a generational talent. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you get a lot of people saying, you know what, he was never that good in the first place.
Yeah, all of that stuff. Crazy works.
Ridiculous,
I don't know.
Is he someone that you like watching a lot, Canelo?
Yeah, I watch him a lot. I would always watch Canelo, but I wouldn't study off his style.
Oh, really?
I wouldn't study off his style because he's a shorter, stockier guy. He's
like
come forward. He's gone into a very seek and destroy sort of style. and that's not really a bit of me.
Okay, yeah, fair.
But yeah, he's definitely a talent. He's definitely a world
He's
talent.
incredible.
You know what I mean?
I love watching that guy.
I'd say, really going off of his style, I like his feints. The way that he dips back when he pull counters is very nice. But
what I like about Canelo is that why I think he's one of the best ever is he's fighting at 168, but he's quite small for the weight class, and he's beaten. Well, apart from this fight with Crawford, he's just beating everyone. Do you know
struggled though. Yeah, struggled. Look at even when he was young, when he fought Kovalev.
Yeah, that is true. And then the Triple G fight where a lot of people thought he lost as well.
You're always gonna get controversial fights in your career like that though.
Yeah,
because
you are.
It's like some people are hard to figure out. There's a lot of variables in boxing. It can be one of them things where you might not have had a great camp. Something might have been going wrong. You might have some personal issues.
Personal life, yeah.
Your weight might not be cutting. Age might be getting to you, so your weight's not cutting as fast. You know, it's all that stuff.
There's so many variables when it comes to fighting.
And if you've had a bad camp, you're not gonna have a great performance.
Yeah,
and that's just how it goes sometimes. But as a fighter, you got to get on with it.
Yeah, because I guess you all know a lot about this. What are the nerves like when you actually step out and fight, or the whole day in general?
Even when you're in the amateurs, it just you wake up in the morning of a fight and you're tired already. Like you wake up, you're yawning and you're thinking, why am I yawning? Because your brain overnight, it's just been ticking.
Overthinking.
And adrenaline's been leaving your body. And then when you get out there, all the adrenaline going, you get that into the third, fourth round, and the adrenaline dump starts to set, and that's where the fitness relies on, and your strength conditioning, that's where it really goes strong, because you're like, oh, it makes sense why I've done all of this now, because when that adrenaline dump sets, you start to feel sluggish, your legs start to go heavy. My legs go heavy all the time.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then it's like, ooh, so I'm strong for that. But yeah, it's all about preparing, right?
And once you actually get in the ring, is it like, okay, you're sort of speaking to yourself like, oh my God, this is happening kind of thing?
Nah, you just, all I think about is it's business.
Oh, really?
Business,
okay.
Yeah,
so then is that when the nerves go?
Business. It's always business.
Okay, so the nerves are more before.
Not let them, like, even though I sell quite a few tickets, like, I've got quite a good little fan base. It's all about making sure that they know, well, that you know, that behind all the lights, the glitz, the glam, the nice flashy kits, whatnot, you got a job to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, it's all fun and games, but some people get wrapped up in the moment and then they end up making some silly mistakes that cost them fights or cost them bad rounds, and they don't look so great. But you've always got to stay locked in on what you've got to do, what the coach has showed you through camp, what they've worked on, what your game plan is. Forget about the rest of it.
Right. Yeah. I mean, that's a lot of I think a lot of fighters say that the same sort of thing, where just like you just kind of have to sort of just forget about everything, because there's not going to be any sort of excuses at the end of it. You kind of
that's it. That's it. Because I used to get wrapped up in the amateurs. Like, I used to bring loads of people to my fights, and then if something went wrong, I'd kick off after, like, and I'd be like, "Oh, why did it go wrong?" And I realised it's because all I cared about was people, how I looked on people. Once you stop caring about how you look to people and what you got to do, then you start shining without even knowing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it sort of takes care of itself.
Yeah, that's it, man.
Yeah, man. Okay, so what are some of the your sort of top three favorite fighters? Not necessarily the best, but just
favorite of all time, or
your favorite. Yeah, your favorite three of all time to watch. Like study tape on whatever you like, entertainment, whatever.
Hitman Hearns.
Okay, yeah.
He's a wicked fighter to watch.
147 as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd say Hagler.
Well, they had the best first round in boxing history.
Yeah. The Hagler.
And the number one.
And then I'll probably say more recent now. It's got to be Crawford or
Crawford, yeah.
Crawford, yeah.
Oh man. Do you know what's funny about Crawford? I mean, he didn't really start getting his flowers until the Errol Spence fight. A lot of people didn't even know who he was. Boxing casuals.
That's what I'm saying though. But they will know you. They'll see if you're getting big one-punch knockouts or things like that. You're soon on them radars. But if you're actually boxing, it's a bit harder to get on them radars.
Yeah, yeah, you're right. And it's like that's why certain fight. I mean, look at Floyd. People hated him, but they would pay to watch his fights to see him lose. 100%. Do you know what I mean? And he was, because his style actually, like what you said earlier, say Floyd's style, it's not the most fan friendly to be honest, but he would sort of win by decision most of the time. It was great boxing, but a lot of people, it was because they hated him so much, and he had the chat and the sweat.
It's easy to play the villain.
Yeah.
It's easier to play a villain than it is to play a hero.
Yeah. Because you got to sort of get everyone to like you. It's hard to get everyone to like you.
Caring, that's when it gets fun.
Yeah, man. Oh, that's so good. And do you sort of how do you sort of do your strength and conditioning to prepare for a fight? Are you sort of just doing sprints all the time? Is it this?
Nah, so you balance it. It's all about balance, man. I got
We'll finish in a sec. I just saw it's 12:30.
no, double
Yeah.
T. I got a fella that I work with called Danny Stevens. He's up at a gym called Edge in Romford. He's good stuff. He works on everything, explosive power. Then he'll work your conditioning side. Then he'll work slow power. It all depends what you're lacking on in camp, and he sees it through the numbers.
Yeah.
He watches the numbers, like what you're lifting. And it's all designed to boxing. Your movements, you're designed to boxing.
So much sort of research into science.
There's a lot of science in boxing. That's what it is. It's become now. It's not all go for 6 days straight, because you can't give 100% 6 days straight.
Yeah.
Twice a day. You've got to balance it out. So maybe if you've got a hard session in the morning.
Everything's geared towards the athletes now.
It's all different now. It's all different.
I can't believe this has been nearly an hour. Or what. Like, we've got to do this again. Because that flew by.
We'll link up soon.
We'll do it again. All right. Thank you so much. Cheers. Thank you.
You take care.
Take it easy.
Appreciate that.